Hello and welcome to the stream of Chaos. My name is Dave and I'll be your game master for this session of Pendragon. Today we are continuing our playthrough of the Sword Tournament. This is the first scenario contained within the Pendragon starter set, which we began, goodness, it was a few weeks ago now, when our player knights journeyed to Londinium, that great big stinky city, and participated in a great melee, which was going to determine who would become the High King so that they could rally and oppose these invading Saxons, or Saxons attempting to invade at least. Saxons with an eye to invade. The tournament began, but was disrupted when a young squire was able to draw forth the sword in the stone, and there was a large rabble formed around him. Many proclaimed him to be the king, but not all. There were those that opposed him. Yep, just realized people are in the wrong spot. But they were able to sort of quell the... Hey, don't shake your head at me. They were able to quell the rising tensions, swear their own fealty, and that is where we close the scenario. Where we are resuming is with a slightly tweaked cast, as Sir Boris and Art are not here for this session, but Jackson and Sir Hervis have returned, and the three of you have been stationed in St. Paul's Cathedral. You've been there for not consecutive days, but long periods of many days. Clarent, the Sword of Peace, that is the name of this blade, has been placed here in a position of high honor. And Duke Ulfius, in his acknowledgement of Arthur as High King, has promised a Vigil vanguard who will watch it at all times. A mostly ceremonial position, but one of great duty and respect. And the three of you are part of a rotating roster of knights who stand here for periods of 8 hours or more, with little to do but watch the flickering candles burn down as you protect the sword. So we'll go around the table and reintroduce our knights in this sort of context of, long hours of duty. And I'd like to see how you handle that. Let's begin with Jackson.
That's me. I'm Jackson, and I'm playing Sir Hervis, son of Pharamond, here to make sure his name gets out in the right time and the right place, which sounds like this is the place to be, because everyone's going to want to know who was there, who saw the sword come out of the rock, and I did, and I got 10 glory for it, and everyone should know that. So yeah, this is a great posting, great visibility, love it.
Absolutely. You're probably one of the few people that's kind of hoping something happens, so you get a chance to get a little more glory out of this. Like, yes, it was very good that you watched the sword. How good would it be if you protected the sword?
Exactly the plan, with my golden hair, shiny white teeth, and dulcet tones. That's the character description that people actually care about. There you go.
Fantastic. We'll go across next to James with some Mobe.
Absolutely. Yes, I am playing Sir Mobe. I am a pious knight, and listen, if you wanted to see what I'd be doing if I was just on vacation, I'd be inside a cathedral, quietly admiring things, looking for opportunities to sound out words and read them, and just, no big deal. I can do that now. I can read.
How literate are you on a scale of 1 to 20?
On a scale of 1 to 20, I haven't got numeracy, so who can say? No, 10. But,
10's really good.
I can.
Oh, Jim doesn't have his character sheet. I see what's happening here.
Anyway, I think I'm frankly thrilled by this. I got to block a blow that was aimed at the wielder of Clarent, and now, I get to hang out in a cathedral. This is just fantastic.
So just keep winning. Fantastic. All right, and we'll go across next to Alex with Dame Tremor.
Hello, I'm Alex. I'm playing Dame Tremors of Summerland, who is, left-handed.
said
Surprisingly good with a sword.
scathingly.
Not great at much else. Excellent heraldry and a really big toot toot. I got a trumpet.
Ah, the trumpet. I did not know what you were referring to for a second there.
Toot toot.
That's right. You got a new trumpet commissioned.
I've got a new trumpet being commissioned
yeah.
with a great big rooster on the top.
Caca. Or whatever sound they make. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, that.
So, it's been several days since the sword was drawn, and Londinium is still reeling from the events. It was busy already when the tournament took off, and more people have flooded in to hear the news. Many that weren't paying to participate, but instead are just here now to sort of be amongst the pomp and circumstance of the event. There's also areas that have thinned out. A few people have left, returning home, perhaps just because, the event has resolved, the decision has been made, but also perhaps because they don't agree with the outcome, and they have not fled the area, but certainly departed in a huff. Unfortunately, the three of you and many other knights under Lord Robert and others sworn to Duke Ulfius have had little opportunity to mingle because you have been stationed here in the cathedral watching after the sword. The intention is that you will stand this vigil until Candlemas, which is in a few weeks yet, rotating every day for 8 hours at a time, standing here until your knees creak, watching the sword and pondering pious, honorable thoughts. There's enough other nights that you get like a short break every now and then, and during the days there's a few hours on either side and then some periods to rest. When we find you now, you've been on like the night shift for a short period, so your body clocks have sort of like rotated around painfully at first, but now settling in, so that as the sort of night birds, owls begin to hoot, you rise and make your way to the cathedral, and then stand here amongst the guttering candles to watch the area. Oh yeah, Jim.
Can I ask quickly, just to get a sense of the stakes of what's happening here?
Certainly.
What are we defending against here? I understand that a lot of people were pissed off. This wasn't. Some people really had their hearts set on that king of the whole realm position,
Yeah.
and this is really threatening their career progression. But are we worried that there is going to be attacks or treachery? Are we sort of doing this as like a let's hold the status quo and just put the sword in a nice place while we figure out what's going on? I take it that Robert's pretty invested in the whole thing.
Yeah, certainly. And as is Duke Ulfius above him. I'll give you the PR response first, in Sir Hervis's terms. You are not worried about anything. This is a sort of position of respect. When you became knights, yours was a bit rushed, but what squires do on the day they are to become knights the night before is they stand vigil. They remain in the church and they sort of contemplate on God and their role in things. This is sort of respecting that. It was by drawing the sword that Squire Arthur has proven himself worthy of becoming king, and this is kind of a adaptation of that sort of ceremony, but extended greatly and sort of drawn down the ranks so that a lot of the responsibility rests with you. Arthur himself, you understand, has spent many hours in church praying and seeking, guidance and just considering the great weight of duty that is to come to him. And this is that ceremony sort of moving down towards you. It's a time to consider your, duties, your vows, and why you are knights. Beyond that, I'd actually ask for an intrigue roll if anyone would like to do a little snooping, because you have had periods of rest around this when you've been able to get out, and though it's been brief and you spent a lot of it sleeping, you could have been, getting up to things. So if anyone wants to roll sort of an intrigue, or let me know what else you might have been doing in the brief hours around your duty.
Intrigue is my favorite thing. I would love to get an intrigue roll to see who else is, scoping out this scene. It feels
My intrigue is 4, and the last time I rolled something I wasn't very good at, I got lost in the woods for 6 months.
Let's try not to do that again. Oh yeah, I also forgot. Both you and Saboris went into melancholy at the end of our last session. Now it's brief enough that it will have faded, but we didn't apply the effects of it then. I think honestly we'll call it a wash. And
was I in melancholy?
I have it in my notes. Yeah, I wrote down. What did I write? Something of note. Something significant. Melancholy, art plus gym.
I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it.
I think we had
Must
there
be
was a
during the
couple.
battle.
Yeah, right at the end, and then I think I didn't actually apply it. There was some. Oh no, it was maybe that you needed to roll against the passions to see if it actually triggered. Again, we're gonna call it a wash. Before you roll, Sir Hervus, unless you already have, what is your intention with this intrigue, and how are you going about it? Are you genuinely looking into what is our duty here and why have we been stationed here, or are you just making sure everyone knows Sir Hervus is taking the watch and he's first there, last to leave?
I think I'm more interested in did you say that some people are going to be into the Boy King and some people are probably not going to be into it?
Absolutely.
I think I'd like to be keeping an eye on who's not into this, because our Duke Orpheus is all in on the Squire Arthur.
Yep.
And so therefore I would like to know who is not all in.
Yeah. See who's on which team. Go for it. All right. If you can give me an intrigue roll, you're welcome to apply a passion before this if you'd like.
It's pretty. It's pretty fortuitous for us, I think, that Robert swore away his, senior position. He swore fealty to Orpheus, and then right after that, we've got a king suddenly. So it's like
the system works.
It really does feel like the sort of downsides of swearing fealty to someone, that you couldn't have picked a better time to give up. You give up something, you sold something, and then the stock crashed.
Yeah. It does, but we mentioned this last time, but the fealty is a two-way street, Duke Orpheus is as responsible for you as you are to him. Same as knights, you are as required to protect the peasants as they are to give you their stuff every now and then when you feel like you want it.
For sure, but I guess from his perspective, he was previously where the buck stopped in terms of being able to call the shots on what happened. Now he still has the obligation to protect us, but there's someone else who can yank our loyalty out from under him.
Yes,
that was my question. That was another question I had. Was we're still Robert's vassals, right? He hasn't. Yeah, correct. So the org chart hasn't changed. There's just another level up above.
Yeah, it just keeps going higher. So now, where previously in the early sessions, Lord Robert was making those decisions on how do we defend against the Saxons. Well, that's his territory. That would still be the case. Now it goes up a level. If Duke Orpheus and the sort of area that he controls and protects are in danger, you may be called upon, but vice versa, you may call upon him to come to your aid. And then it goes up another level. Depending on who swears fealty to Arthur, you may be called into battles in places you've never been to fight people you don't know who they are, but hopefully, the realm as a whole will prosper.
We've got a parent company and it's all going to be good, and the parent company is really, really great. Oh, by the way, a new higher level conglomerate has taken over the parent company and some snot-nosed kid. And
that's funny.
But we're just one big family here.
That's right.
Exactly. It's for the realm.
So, right, Jackson, did you want to try Did you want to apply a passion? You kind of made an ooh sound when I suggested it. You can also just make a straight roll.
Oh yeah, no, heck yeah. Yes. No, yeah. Let's. I am passionately homage to my lord. I think that sounds appropriate, because now we're talking about the org chart. We're talking about who's loyal to who. That's Absolutely. Really important. So Duke Orpheus has gone all in on Arthur?
Yes, certainly. He was one of the first to swear fealty, and was at the head when he drew it, and Lord Robert under him has expressed loyalty as well. You're pretty confident in those two at least.
All right. So I am passionate about my lord.
That is a success. You can increase this roll by 5.
And intrigue.
Did I hear you correctly? Did you say all chat before? Was that the term that you used to describe the sort of state of wider politics?
Org chart.
Like,
Yeah.
Org chart, not
that-
all chat.
I was like, what? I was just sitting there being like, that's not. It's
Talking shit.
Oh, that's like the mod version of the all thing.
Yeah.
If it is.
Yeah.
That's like the company-wide Slack channel.
Well, I was
The
just
all
like
chat.
checking the all chat, and I'm like, I kind of get it. Like, I don't.
Okay, that is a success.
That is a success.
Yeah, you in the time when you're not on duty, you've been looking around and kind of counting the banners. Now, Jackson was not here for the Grand Melee, but Sir Hervis did participate. You would have been just posted with another group or something. And you saw that the two, highest banners that were raised that were leading the two sides to, potentially become leader. There was King Leodegrance on one, which was the side that your party fought under, and there was King Lot on the other. Now that's a bit just like people drafting, shirts versus skins. That doesn't mean you guys are tied to him forever. It was just circumstance. But it did work out that King Lot was a bit of a bastard, not in the technical term, just kind of a dick about it. And when Arthur drew the sword, he was disgusted. He actually tried to swing on him, and it was Sir Moab that parried the king's blow. And he threw down his blade, and he promised to return with a sword that would serve him better. All your swords were rebated, blunted weapons for the melee. So basically saying, I'm going to come back with something that does a bit more chip chopping. He has departed. He vanished almost immediately, and with him, several other supporters. People sort of aligned with him. They are from the further north region. And they definitely left with a feeling of disgust, and there's been no sort of walking back of that since then. It's pretty happy smiling faces publicly, but you've sort of come across a couple of conversations between Robert and Duke Ulfius and others, where they are certainly concerned. King Lot is not a person to be disregarded. There are many, many, many people that are loyal to him and that will see him as a true king, particularly because you are in a time of war, or what will become a time of war, and a young, unbloodied squire is not one to lead a great army, whereas King Lot, who has proven himself time and time again in the hard hills, that's a man that some might prefer to lead them against the Saxons. So yeah, he's definitely not a part of it. And in the thread sort of running through towards the sword, this is the representation of Arthur's right to rule, and if it were sullied, it would certainly cast a lot of doubt. It's kind of the impression that God has decreed that he will draw the sword, and God has decreed that he will become king. So if God decreed that the sword was then taken back, or God decreed that people kind of had a bit of a scuffle around the sword, what does that say? That doesn't look quite as good for the story. So yeah, there is you are there on a true duty as well. Make sure no one dicks with this, because it's our clear line through to leadership. So yeah.
Good.
For Moab and Triamore, what are you getting up to in the sort of intervening periods?
I am sitting there staring at the sword when I am on duty.
And outside of duty?
Well, I'm sleeping, because then I need to be sitting there staring at the sword when I'm on duty.
Where do you think you're channeling this, dogged,
Laser
focus from? Is this your love of your lord? Is this your, why do you think you're so determined to do this? There are other responsibilities you could have. You're not, guarding, you're not giving counsel on the war that's to come. Why is it that this is so, personal?
This is what I've been asked to do. And if you've been asked to do a thing, you do it to the best of your ability, 100% focus.
Okay, yeah, I think that plays. I might ask you to make a, I think a passion roll, actually, would be cool here. I think we had previously I think you got a bit of a knock to one of your homage lord. Am I remembering correctly, Alex? I think there was a beat where, no, maybe it was one of the others.
I think I was risking a knock to my honor if I didn't solve my Kenrick's sister problem.
Yeah.
But I did solve that problem. I had a bit of a risk to my honor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Managed to work through that one.
Can I ask you to make an homage lord roll? Unless there's I don't think there's a trait that suits us better. Yeah, I think the Homage Lord is the most exciting for it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a success. Yeah,
I've been asked to do this.
Yeah, you set
this.
Just this. You set yourself to this with a focus, and I think it's your personal connection to Lord Robert, and through him goes up to Ulfius. I think Robert will have found you during this period as you're coming back, and as the others are maybe sort of like, whether it's just, the other 2 knights here, but all the others that have taken up responsibility of guarding it, they sort of go out to take rest and snoop around. You're just like training and focusing on this. Lord Robert
I'm
will...
there 10 minutes early. The next shift is running late. I don't say anything about it. But I'm waiting. I'm there. I don't mind. This is my job. I'm doing my job.
All you're about. Lord Robert will come to you and say, I'm grateful for your determined focus, Dame Triamore. This is a huge opportunity as much as it is a responsibility, and you act as my hand in this. I'm grateful to see you respectful of it.
Did we really expect that a little kid was? I mean, nobody expected anybody to pull the sword, I guess, but he's really young.
Can you make a courtesy roll? I think, or a social one. You're friendly with Lord Robert, very friendly with him. This is someone you've previously bandied words about with. I just want to see how this goes down.
Oh, it's gonna go badly.
Yeah, it might.
I'm just like, I guess I'm all in. I think he's the right person. But damn,
I agree.
what a time we live in. It's kind of more like a what a time we're living in.
Yeah, hey.
Like, it's like, holy shit, somebody pulled the sword?
Yeah, 100%.
Also, he's a kid? What a time to be alive. But it could come across very poorly.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to be too successful at things, and I'm
not. No, I think
and this is Lord Robert's reminder that Dame Triamore is
not
definitely dedicated, definitely focused.
Not one for the face, though.
Not much else.
I think so you say this. In the past, you've been able to have these conversations with him, talk quite plainly. That is something he respects about you and about the others. You're there as advisors, and he wants your untarnished opinion. In this circumstance, I think you can see him sort of stiffen a little bit, almost uncomfortable with the responsibility that's here, or like the severity of the situation. Arthur's position is a little bit tentative at the moment, and they can't stand to have any doubt. And so he snaps into a almost practiced speech of, he has drawn the sword, and by prophecy made true, he is our king. I have no doubt. Yeah, I have no doubt he will rule us well.
We were saying the same thing.
Yes. And he kind of just can't get into it at all.
Yeah. I'm like, what a time to be alive. He's like, what a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. For context, Arthur is about 18, so he's, only a few years younger than you. And you definitely see a lot of hey, this was us until recently, and damn, High King.
That's my point.
What a thing. So Mobe, what are you getting up to in this period?
I wanted to see the cathedral as soon as we got to Londinium, and now I've been put into it. I'm on a holy quest. There's prophecies. I think I'm I know that Triamore has got this. Looking at the sword with unparalleled focus probably gives me a little bit of time to maybe peep some stained glass, just have a bit of a pray. Yeah, I can close my eyes and do some Hail Marys over there. You don't mind, right? Like, that's all good? Sweet.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
the first night or two, they were really like everyone standing perfectly still and not moving. By night 3, yeah, you'd get taken the stained glass. Of course, you guys take the stained
I'm
glass.
standing perfectly still and not moving.
I like to think that it
Taking
started
stained
as well
glass.
as me doing things that, like, because it's such a formal responsibility that all of this dutiful, lots of kneeling and muttering and like reciting prayers and stuff like that. Which is sort of a secondary part of the ceremonial job, but now I've kind of steadily focused more and more onto that. So I'm strolling around the outside. It's a whole bit.
Yeah, so you're taking in the chapel as an object or as a place of worship, as well as just the place where you are stationed.
I think I've managed to argue that it's critically important that I be able to explore like 1 or 2 rooms deeper than we should be necessarily able to. So I've had a little snoop around the vestibulary, or I forget all the terms for rooms in churches, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's been kind of closed off to public, and even most of the sort of papal staff, I believe I'm using that word correctly, aren't present. It's kind of down to the minimum that can maintain, and they're not holding services or anything. So yeah, you kind of get some unprecedented access, and whenever it's like someone needs to go and ask one of the other staff members like to help with something, you're the one that nips off to do it.
I'm using up all my backstage cred. I'm really like, I'm having a great time.
We've mentioned before that while you are very loyal to the church, you're less religious. Is that right?
It's all within the context of like the law of whatever. It's all relative. I have 12 spiritual, so I'm not unreligious. But compared to my my loyalty, actually, my loyalty to the church has taken a couple of bumps recently, I believe. I am, but I extol the values, but I don't think they're not. I'm not famous for it as much as it's just a driving condition for my behavior.
So, do you think when you're going about this, is it a religious angle or is it a loyalty angle, or a spiritual angle? I suppose. Like, is this you taking like this is you're feeling yourself in a the scales are tipping and finding where God lies on it, or is it like the church needs to come out of this looking good as well?
I think it's more of a this is the done thing. I know that according to the church, this is how I should feel, so I am acting as if I do, and I'm kind of like forcing myself to feel that way as best that I can. It is my duty here to be very sort of like composed and steadfast, and I should be overwhelmed by the majesty of this, so I will be overwhelmed until it hits right.
Yeah. Can you make a spiritual roll then? I think is the most appropriate here.
Absolutely. That's a success.
Okay. You've witnessed some pretty incredible things in your time, sort of when you were younger, perhaps some things could be perceived as holy, but also most recently near your father's court, strange encounter. So you're no stranger to miraculous events, and you've been able to look for them in the past and kind of feel their impact. Early on one of these mornings, after the long night of watching, as Sir Hervis stands to one side, mentally aware of the approach of your relief party, Dame Triamore kneels facing directly at the sword, almost unblinking like a lizard. Samob, your eyes have been drawn up to one of these stained glass windows where the sun has breached the horizon and is now rising over these strange, tall Londinium buildings to peek through the glass. And you watch as a beam falls from a sort of yellow sun emblazoned at its highest point and streams down in a near perfect beam onto the sword. and you can see that in this stained glass, there is a depiction of God's hand just coming in through the highest point to touch the sun, and through that beam, the sword. And you can interpret that as you may, but it seems pretty remarkable as it happens.
I think that it's more ammunition to convince me that all of this is extremely important. I'm gonna go and tell Brother Peter about it.
Yeah.
You know, then find another excuse. Did you guys seeing this? Like,
this is wild. Just look around. It's kind of evident, but it doesn't have quite the perfect ethereal, actually not ethereal, like the perfect quality as when you saw it just at that right moment. After that, it's like, wow, yeah, damn, right on the sword. That's crazy. What are the chances? So yeah, this sort of thing continues for day and day and day and day and day and week and week and week and week and week. And I need everyone to roll energetic or lazy to see how you do throughout this whole thing. You can roll whichever is your preference.
Yeah, that went well.
Oh my god.
Dear. Oh, it begins.
We're so back. You can tick lazy, Dame Triamore. In fact,
sure
you simply must.
I simply must.
And we'll come back to describe that in a second.
Could I attempt to? I think that this is a very important task that has been set to us by Robert. Could I use my Homage Lord to impassion this energetic roll?
Yes, I believe you may.
All right. That is a failure on the Homage Lord. So is that a negative
melancholy
5, or...
time, baby.
Shit.
But only if you fail. Then
I believe you now immediately roll. Yeah, no, you roll this one, and then we'll see what happens.
Passed on the energy.
Oh, now, but that
success.
means melancholy because.
No, that just affects it, and if you had failed the roll, it made it more likely. Oop, got a lot of jacks in the moment.
Whoa.
Oh, that's weird.
Too much Jackson to handle.
Come back to me.
While Jackson's wrestling, Jim will resolve that then. So it's a success on the energetic, but I do now need you to roll your passion again, and Cthulhu style, we're looking to fail. Very good.
I have succeeded.
You are melancholy. We're so back.
Great.
So, what is your
High five, Jim.
What is your score? And I can see it there, 13. You are melancholic for 1 day. So you do succeed the energetic, but
I set it up all nice, and then it just went. Forget about it.
I
Just
don't
go back
think
to
so.
auto settings.
What a nice machine. You can feel this conflict, I suppose. I actually, James, I'll let you kind of describe why you're going to melancholy. Is it a conflict between your loyalty to the church and your loyalty to your lord, or something like that?
Yes, that and more. It's not just the loyalty to Robert and the church. It's the loyalty to Robert and Orpheus and Robert and Arthur. I mean, this is we are rapidly finding escalating levels of involvement here, and it's getting difficult to find a way through it all.
Do you feel a bit as though you've been drawn to a higher calling than you necessarily expected or felt that maybe you deserved? First it was okay, well, you were just going to work in the church, right? That was your original goal. And then it's well, you've been acknowledged and you're going to be a knight. It's for Lord Robert. He lives over there. That's okay. Now you're in Londinium. You're guarding the sword of the High King. Wow. Ain't it a thing?
I think that I've spent my life living in a way that nothing that I do is basically important compared to sort of duty and the following of these steps. I have a responsibility, and it turns out that the purveyors of this duty, of this responsibility, are very changeable.
Yep.
And that the rules I'm trying to follow seem more and more arbitrary, and the people who are giving them change.
Okay, yeah, I like it. And a clear direction.
Law, which one?
So you do succeed. You do succeed on the roll, so you are awake and aware, but your melancholy is going to trigger, so you have a -5 to all skill and passion rolls for the duration, which is a day. You do also gain 10 glory, because you fell into
great.
it, so congratulations.
Yeah, perfect. I'll take that.
Jackson, if you can roll your energetical lazy, and
I shall.
the meantime, Triamore, my suspicion for this would be you sprinted through a marathon.
I've burned out, guys.
Yeah.
You gotta pace yourself. Ultimate dedication sounds all well and good until you burn out.
Yeah, and it's sort of this isn't a failing so much. It's a little bit of a fumble.
I mean, it's almost certainly a failing.
But it's less like falling asleep, and it's more like going into almost a trance-like state, focused in on the
still there, my eyes
sword
are
and
open,
nothing else. Yeah, it's just you could do a bit of that. Yeah.
And somebody could absolutely just come up behind me and lop my head off, and I wouldn't notice.
Bunk.
I'm looking at the sword.
Wow, we are
I
rolling.
also failed.
Can you roll against
Dingus.
lazy now, Hervis?
I have succeeded at being lazy.
Fantastic.
Does that give me a tick for lazy?
No, it doesn't. We're not
No.
in critical things for this one, although Tremore's fumble will. So this does specify that it probably means you've fallen asleep standing up, but I think Tremore's more of like a trance looking forward. It's late at night.
I don't know why it's doing this now. It's just
There's
that's fun.
gremlins.
I'm just gonna be fighting my camera this session.
Hey,
look forward to it.
Why not? It's late at night. Actually, it's the early hours of the next morning, and there is frost gathered on the stained glass, creeping up the symbols. The heavy doors of this place are closed and sealed. There is a large, sort of barricade, or one of those locky things that's been put in place. And there's hundreds of these thick white candles scattered throughout the area to try and bring as much light in as possible. Despite that, they cast shadows everywhere, and as they flicker, they catch the edges of pillars or the occasional sort of dangling tapestry or something, and they send them sort of moving, dancing around the room. The way that churches are set up in this period, they don't have pews. They just have loads and loads of standing room, so people just sort of file in and stand in place. So it's got this echoing, vacuous feeling, as if you're in a much wider place than you are. It's almost like the walls and their echoing actually make it feel bigger than it truly is. And the very tall vaulted ceiling at the highest point is just black. You can see nothing up there, and the curling smoke of the candles rises up to fill the space. Triamore has fallen into a sort of trance, staring at this perfect blade. You've studied it for days at a time now, and you're looking at every sort of piece of it, almost memorizing the absence of scars, the perfect taper of the handle, getting sort of caught in the mirrored reflection. So Mobe, although, oh my goodness, now my OBS studio is just freaked out. We are just having a time. Reconnecting.
It's one of those days.
What does that mean?
The stream has gone down temporarily, I believe. It should be hopefully back.
I was just saying reconnecting on it. I've never had that happen before. Reconnection successful. I think we're back. That was a fun new feature. Cool. That's really good.
All of the juice that we would usually spend, I think, is over supporting the people at Gen Con. All of the sort of energy of the nerd world is bubbling over there.
Yeah. So Dame Tree has sort of fallen into this trance-like state. So Hervis is leaning against the side, sort of trying to count down the time until it's a period to leave. And although Sir Mobe's internal conflict is shifting, he is aware and a little bit nervous. And it's him that first notices there's a door back towards where the sort of like clergy come and go that is open. Just a little bit, sort of like lightly ajar, and on the inside it's just black. You're certain it was closed when you took up your watch. The standard is to like close off all the doors and then to stand here for 8 hours and do nothing else. What do you think you'd do?
It was probably just Brother Peter coming in to, tell me that he'd pondered deeply on the random ramblings I said. But I'm a alert and sort of prudent person, so I'll stand up and I say the doors come unstuck loud enough to get the others to just be alert that something slightly odd is happening, and then I'll intend to head towards it.
There's been enough like incidental beats and things people need to check in on this period that this isn't enough to raise much suspicion from the other two, who just sort of maintain like they kind of acknowledgement and little else. Dame Dream was pretty out of it. And Samob, you head over towards this door. You reach it, look inside, see hallway leading further back, black on the inside, nothing immediate, and you go to pull it closed. You make an awareness roll for me, please, and you are going to have -5 to this because of your melancholy.
Absolutely. So, curious, David, what happens if I would say it have, 5 awareness, which is subtracted by 5?
I guess you'd fail.
Okay. Do I just still need a roll?
Just roll it. Just roll it.
Yeah,
for the
roll
fun.
it, because I want to see. I want to see if you fumble.
You can still
Modifier,
fumble.
-5, submit.
Wow, you would have gotten it
Dang.
too. Damn.
That's
If only
heartbreaking.
Only a lord stayed on his team. Yeah, you sort of listen out, hear nothing. Pull it closed and turn back towards the others, having dismissed concern. And it's as you approach, you suddenly hear a shift of something from another of the corners where it is dark, and suddenly a figure is sprinting towards you. They are half naked and covered in blue sigils, sort of like runic shapes all across their torso and face. They're wielding a large spear, and as they lunge towards you, they don't yell or anything. This is like a quiet, just like hard breathing attack.
Yeah.
They charge towards you,
my God.
and several others leap out of various sort of hiding places as well. And we're going to go to combat. Could
I say one thing quickly?
Yeah, you can.
I just within the melancholy rules, just so that everyone is aware, one of the methods for curing melancholy is that when someone attacks the melancholic knight, they are no longer melancholic. So, and specifically, it says they break out of their melancholy with enough time to defend themselves. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll do it. I remember we had previously, we were doing it until Jackson was melancholic during the race, and I think we did it until blood was drawn, or maybe it was the attack. But either way, yeah, they are going to immediately swing on you.
Yes, and I think the idea here is, based on my reading of it, first when someone's attacked a melancholic knight, they snap out of it in time to defend themselves, whereupon combat occurs. So so I've snapped out of it, combat is now occurring.
I think so. So yeah, you failed the awareness roll, and we're sort of like drawn into this, but as they race forward, you kind of snap to it, you're in the moment, it's fighting time. There are 2 of these figures racing towards each of you, and immediately you spring to action, drawing your weapons and placing yourselves in a sort of triangle around the sword. Stands to reason that is surely their objective. They will not take it while you stand. They race forward and proceed to rain down blows upon you. So they are going to each attack you. The way that consecutive attacks works, I believe it is a -5 penalty on the following ones. These people are mostly unarmored and seem to be not as well trained as yourselves, so hopefully your knightly training will, earn you this victory, but we will just need to see. Additionally, for this first round, as all of you did fail to spot them coming, you are going to have a -5 penalty to your skills. So, what would each of you like to do? You can attempt to... your alternative to just attacking would be to defend. If you do so, you'll gain a +10 to your skill. It would come down to just a +5. But you don't get the opportunity to deal any damage. You'd just be parrying and trying to outlast this singular round.
That makes a lot of sense. I like how that's built in.
Yeah.
That, if you are caught unawares, you can still go on the defense without much penalty. So that sounds like a good idea.
Okay, so
I
Hervis,
would like to defend.
very good. You're going to defend. For Triamore and Samo, what would you like to do? Remember, you can also you can invoke a passion or something if you'd like, but limited on how many times you can do it to battle and what you want to apply it to. So choose your timing. That said, you'll probably be doing a bit of sword in the forthcoming scuffle.
Sword.
Would you like to?
I would like to sword.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and do your passion roll now, Dame Triamore, and tell us what it is that you're applying? What are you invoking? What are you channeling?
Honor.
Honor for sure works.
This is my job, man.
Defend this sword on
my
your honor.
Job.
Do we know what naked blue people tend to be? Is this a recognizable?
Sir Hervis certainly does, and will sort of snarl it under his breath as they come in. These are Picts, and they are most well known for inhabiting the regions to the north where King Lot rules.
Yeah.
If ever there was a sign.
Is there any modifiers on?
No, this will be a straight roll. Okay, there's a success. You have a +5 to your sword for the duration of this combat.
So a stando.
Yes, that's right.
Because...
Well, it's actually you're gonna get a few things. So, because there are multiple opponents, if you defend against both of them, you get a -5 penalty for both. Then another -5 for the being surprised. So you're gonna be just then +10. So straight roll for that for this round. You can just defend against one, but the other one gets a free hit. You're not seeing if you get the better success than them, so it carries some risk, certainly. If you're going to be defending, I would definitely suggest you apply it to both. If you're attacking, you could maybe just attack one to try and take them out, weather a blow, and then spin around. Up to you.
Okay, let's get fancy. I'm just going to try and defend against both of them as a straight roll.
Sick as. Okay. I won't get you...
Attack against both of them. Attack is the best defense.
You want to attack both?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Well, yeah, because I'm swording.
Yep, you'll be -10 +5, so it's going to be a -5 modifier to this for the first round, and then in future it will be neutral because of your, because of attacking both.
Honor. I'm so honorable.
That's it. So don't roll just yet, I'll get...
Sorry, already did.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's resolve this one then quickly. So this is going to be your attack against the first. Where's my...
I can not do the damage. I can just say that was a 1.
No. Well, let's resolve it. So they will attack you. They are using spears. They go rawr. How about you? Oh, I don't know if they have a +5 modifier for catching ye unawares.
Or if it's just
I gave you a
-5
-5. Let's do it that way.
Presumably that's a fairly substantial bonus. So yeah.
Yeah, that is a success. But theirs is lower than yours, so it will be a partial success. I believe that means they will be able to parry a portion of it, but you will deal your damage. So if you want to go ahead and roll your numbers for me.
Is that going to roll the whole thing, or is that just going to roll the damage, and that's going to roll the whole thing?
You can just do that, and we'll just disregard the rest of it, that's fine.
That's 1.
Nice. Is it just the 1d6 for you? Oh, I see.
It's 3d6 for sword, and that was if I'm doing...
What was the 1d6 for?
Oh, no, I was meant to roll a 3.
Okay.
That was a typo.
Alright, so we disregard the first.
Let's take the second one.
Let's apply the second, so it's 10. They get 4. They do not have any parry, I believe, from a spear. They reduce that by 4. They take 6 damage.
Ooh, and they're not wearing armor, so ouch.
Yeah, they have 4. So they have like, you know, leather
Oh, okay.
thing, barding. Yeah, they're pretty
Yeah,
close to me.
The critical bits.
It is
the
a half
fantasy
naked
style.
actually, so the other half is you
Yes.
know is stopping things getting too bad. So it's minus 6. And before we do that, we check their knock. That is just under their knockdown, so they're not going to roll for that. Let's go ahead and do the second attack from you, Dame Tremor, now. So another one will attack you. It's just going to be minus 5 for you again.
Do-do-do-do.
Okay, that one is a
Just shy.
failure. That is a success. There's 19 damage
Oh,
coming in from the
Yeah,
spear.
I've got my armor.
These things hurt. So, 19 damage. First of all, we'll check knockdown. So, can you roll? I believe that will be
Oh
above your
yeah, it's over
knockdown
my
value.
knockdown.
So, roll a
Definitely over my
dex
knockdown.
check.
Do-do-do-do-do. Nope.
Okay.
Which again,
shit.
You
Shit.
are
that's okay. I've got my
hit.
armor. I'm wearing
Yep.
armor. Most of that's going to go to the armor.
You are hit and go to the ground. So, you will have to try and get back up.
I've been here before.
Hey, who hasn't?
Sucks here.
Can you then, apply that damage? So, how much armor do you have?
It says 10 plus 6.
And you, unfortunately, you did not succeed, so you don't get to apply the plus 6. It's
Okay,
just
so
going to
just
be
10.
the 10. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. 9, yep, that's not a major wound, so that's fine.
It's not a major wound, was that right?
Nope.
Okay. All right. It's so the spear lunges forward and catches you across the side. You sort of get thrown by it, knocked away from the sword, and sort of staggering across the ground for a moment. The two Picts continue to march towards you, and on the ground you sort of scurry around, swirling to try and get back up your feet in a position of strength. For the other two, so Hervis, you intended to defend both. Do you want to invoke a passion?
I could try to invoke my. Oh, no, honor sounds good. If this is a very
sure?
honorable task.
Absolutely.
This is the definition of an honorable task.
That's right.
So I need to do well in this task to get my honor.
Go for it. If you want to apply your honor, and what are you applying this to? Sword, I presume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Success.
Nicely done. All right, you have a +5 to sword.
If we fail in this, do we get a -5 for the duration of the combat?
You do. You would go into you'd go into melancholy, which you'd immediately snap
It
out of.
says specifically that you can't go into melancholy in combat. It lands afterwards. If you're in a fight, melancholy is deferred.
Okay. In that case, I guess it just
It's more like you, because I know that you get a bonus of +5 if you land it.
Yeah.
If you failed, you get a bonus of -5. And I guess it's just no, but you're not. You failed to invoke
nothing
passion,
happens.
So you're
I guess it'd
relying
only be
on
if you
your skill.
fumble maybe and go into madness, I suppose, is the risk. Yeah, good catch. Okay, you have a +5, Jackson.
Total, it was +5 from my passion, -5 from surprise, +10 because I'm just defending.
-5 from defending against both. So you're at 0.
Oh, -5, -5.
Yep. Because you're
One
you're
for
defending
the-
against both of
one
them.
being surprised, one
Because you're
because
going to roll
it's two
against
opponents.
both. If you want to just let one of them get a free hit on you, you would roll a
Great.
+5.
Yep, nope. All right, so just 0. Here we go.
Yep. So roll your first
Bang.
as a success. They
bad.
will attack at you.
Bam.
Oh, ooh, sorry. Oh,
Ooh,
that's so bad.
that is bad. Okay, well,
That's
let's
bad.
let's resolve that first. Let's see. So they got a critical success. Sorry, you got a partial success, and they crit. You are going to take the full damage. You can reduce it by your armor and shield, though. So,
Searching.
so you will reduce by the
searching.
rest. However, I believe they roll additional damage.
My armor and shield is 16, which sounds high. I guess that's normal.
Oh yeah, no, that seems right. I mean, once you add all your things together, I can't see it on this thing, but I'm 90% sure you add an extra 2d6 when it's a crit. So
The damage rolled on the previous one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 66. The damage rolled on this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 66 as well.
It has not done it automatically, so it is an additional. A crit is an additional whack of damage. I just want to see quickly how much it is. It's either 4d6 or 2d6. It is 4d6. This is going to hurt.
Heck. Should I go back up to full HP and clear out all my wounds?
Yes,
from the last time I played this game 2 months ago? Thank goodness.
Get those numbers up. Wow. So, that's going to be 38.
Oh my dear lord.
They rolled really well on that first one too.
This might be the second combat in which Sir Hervest gets...
I'm going down the first round, I think.
That is a total of 10d6 rolled against you. Yeah, that is gigantic.
It's a 38 in one hit. I got armor of 16, brings it down to 22. I have 29 hit points.
Oh my good lord.
So I have 7 hit points left.
What's your unconsciousness value?
Sir Kebab. Sir Hervest, Kebab.
But I look good doing it. That's
He looks so good doing it. God, that's funny.
You die like it's the OC sketch and that's not the.
What you say?
It was also a surprise.
It's like you have a really elegant A-lister death.
It was the arrow that took you out last time. Now
True. Wow. We should really be getting the jump on these people. This is a terrible way to do it.
This is like a Frodo in the Fellowship of the Rings, just taking every opportunity he can to sort of gasp.
Straight back to aggravated damage. Let's get him back to Mobe's stepmom to heal you up again. Okay, losing hit points below the unconsciousness characteristic.
Below?
Is that...
I'm at unconscious 7. I'm at 7.
I believe...
I guess that's probably it.
Oh no, but that makes sense to me. They're just still on the threshold.
Hang on, so damage from a single blow that is greater or equal to the major wound characteristic. Check, right?
Yes.
Damage from a single blow that is greater than or equal to total hit points. That is not the case, right?
No.
Okay. Characters cannot shrug off this damage. Examples include blah, blah, blah. Character immediately goes unconscious. Congratulations. You are knocked out.
Nice.
Please check the debilitated box.
I'm debilitated.
Very good. The character must make a roll on characteristic lost to discover the permanent effect of the major wound. Please roll a d6.
Hervest, if you get a scar from this, truly terrible.
Sorry, I'm losing a characteristic.
Yeah.
So D5 or D6?
D6. Because there is a chance of losing none.
Oh, okay, great.
Just roll that one.
4.
Your constitution goes down.
I didn't need that anyway.
And
I had too many hit points to begin with.
You are also in trouble. So...
Oh, I know.
If further action is taken after a major wound is suffered, then aggravation occurs. So you go down, unconscious. Character...
That not only lowered my hit points by 1, it also lowered my major wound threshold by 1. So I'm going to be even easier knocked down next time. That's great.
So that was the first attack.
Oh no! The second guy sees me go down. Surely, has a heart attack.
Play dead.
Here's the thing.
You don't even have to play dead.
These are not honorable knights. These are not.
What?
These are not people in a duel. These are enemies. But you are not their objective. As the other two clash with Sir Mobe, this one steps over you, and Triamore, as you are knocked to the ground and go sliding back, puts his hands on the sword, and with the rasp of steel on stone, draws it away.
Wow.
The Picts have the sword, and Sir Mobe, ye have not yet been damaged. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Get their ass.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pull out at every stop I have.
Unfortunately, this is technically simultaneous, so we're just gonna deal with your knights. Your ones on this round. This will be the next round where we're trying to deal with him.
Of course, I'm trying to be the only one of us who stays up after the first attack. If I can get that, we'll figure out what comes up.
So Hervest did everything. Tried all he could.
I know, right?
Got the sword up. Went for the defensive thing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and invoke my honor first of all. I'm not as honorable as these two. And it shows. So I fail, but I won't go into melancholy because I'm in the middle of the fight.
That's right.
All right. So given that I don't have the extra bonus to my sword, damn, I'm gonna have to just play defensive. If I try to fight here, I think I'm completely cooked.
Yeah. I'm just running it back as well. Sorry. So you should have had a plus. This doesn't change the outcome. You should have had a +5 on that roll, actually. It's +10 from defending, +15 from being empowered, -5, -5. So it would have been +5. So that was my mistake.
That's what I
Sorry.
That's all good.
Fortunately,
No
it
difference.
doesn't change the
I rolled
outcome.
a 1 on both of them, so I couldn't have done better.
That's it. Yes, Jim, sorry. Would you like to defend or attack?
Defend.
Okay. Go for it. We'll have you roll your... So, it is... Here we go. +10 from defend, -5 from surprised, -5 from doing it to both of them.
Okay.
Straight roll.
Straight roll. Yeah, all right. First one comes and swings at me. Here's my hit. That's a success on a 9.
They're going to go at you. That is also a success. Ooh, what happens when it's the exact same result? We've done this before.
I really hope it's whoever's skill is higher, because I'm a better swords person than this person.
For the purposes of this, let's go with it. So it will be a partial success in your favor, which means that you take no damage. So
yes, because I'm not attacking.
You are able to parry that one completely. You do not deal any damage to them, but we go to the next attack.
On the second, I do a success, but it is bad. 1.
All right. Oh, win or tie. Sorry, you actually can tie. So this is a tie, I suppose. So perfect works. All right, let's go for them. They love stabbing. That is a success. A partial, so it's 20 damage. Yeah. Oh, yes, but you...
I successfully parried. I have a partial success, so I can deflect and use my armor.
It says win or tie. You didn't win. Oh no, I think it said it's giving you the +10. It's not letting you win on the lower one. So yes, it is a partial success. So you apply your armor and your shield, but you do not fully deflect the attack. So you do take 20 damage. Is that above your knockdown?
Not after reductions, but yes, my knockdown is 13.
All right.
Dex roll?
Yes, please.
Crit.
Oh, nicely done. All right. You do a cool backflip. You are still up. Okay. Small amendment that changes nothing for Jackson. The armor they have is from a shield that they cannot use when they have the two-handed weapon. That's why they're doing that much damage. So, Alex, yours did the full amount. They have 0 armor. So that one is more wounded. How much damage did you deal? Where was yours? It was the 3d6. You did 10 damage. A quick look if that's above there or anything. I think it won't change. No, not above. No, it's still. They just take 4 more damage. Okay. All right. We are going to the next round.
Very quickly, I'm just calculating my total armor.
Should be the same as the others, I think. 10 plus
10,
6.
Then 6 the shield. Yes, so 16 armor total, which means that on 20 damage, I take 4 damage.
That sounds right. Okay. So, Sir Hervis, you are unconscious. Yeah. It suggests the gem can allow moments of lucidity, and I always think it's neat if you want to try and get back up, that's on you. They will probably keep fighting you, though. At the moment, you've been knocked down, so you are out of it, and you would have like a further -5 on things because you are like shaken. You're out of it. You'll also risk aggravated damage. But if you want to try and pull yourself back up, actually, we'd possibly even do like a trait roll, like try and roll energetic to just like on sheer might pull yourself back into the battle. For the other 2 of you, what would you like to be trying to do? Tremor and Samob, 2 of them are engaged with each of you still. The other one has the sword. Those 2 are going to make an exit. They're going to dip out. That will be their intention.
Well, I know I don't have any ranged stuff at all, except if you count my Carnex. I would like to grab my instrument that I would have collected given the
Yeah.
days have passed.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And give a big ol'
Just hell yes. You want to try and... It's very
Well,
Boromir of you. You've literally been
Yeah.
knocked down to one knee, except Boromir had this little weenie horn. You've got a giant Carnax.
My horn's taller than me. My horn is taller than most people. My horn makes
yeah.
terrible, terrifying, horrible noises that nobody likes.
Oh my god, I think that's awesome. All right, so you can go for that. In that case, they are going to attack you, but you will not be defending. You will be rolling this instead. So they're going to get 3 strikes as you try to call for aid, rally the others that are nearby, and hope that they can come in time. So Mo, what is your intention? You see Sir Hervis go down. You see Tremos like go to wheel around the Carnax.
I think that at this stage it's kind of a we got to move quickly. Can I bounce back to that Dex crit that I got a second ago and say, could I use it? I am giving ground in the battle to lead me in the direction of the door. I am trying to sort of keep up so that I'll be able to sprint after if I get the opportunity, and I'll continue sword fighting.
Tell you what, Jim, with that, Dex, if you want, you can position yourself between where you think they came through. That will mean you potentially get 4 of them engaged on you. You can, if you wish, hold the door. You can stand there, but they will try and get through you.
I think that, I've seen... This is sort of me as a player as well, learning kind of how Pendragon works. And my thoughts here is that so much of this is just the number of rolls that come in. One of them will be a oh god situation. So I think I'm probably far better off to try and take out these 2 and then move, rather than just hold the door, because I don't think the status quo changes there.
I'll tell you what, holding the door will be definitely risky. I will probably get you to make a roll before you do it. I suspect there's a positioning angle, like where only so many of them can be swinging at you at a time. I'll say the one that's grabbed the sword, these are not swords you have to be very much trained with as knights. They have spears because that's an easy trick to learn, and they're not great with them either. They have a skill of 11. They've rolled very well. Where am I going with this? The one with the sword's not going to be very dangerous. So it's worst case probably fighting 3 and one that's not very. You could probably just let him take a swing at you. Best case, if you can do, I would make a case for battle to try and position yourself in a way that only 2 of them can engage you at once, and you block that exit. There are others, maybe they go through the glass, things like that. But the
Poor glass, sure. Let's go with that. That makes sense. I've been wandering around the cathedral for a while. I have a think about somewhere I could position myself. I'll go for that. Do you want to make a battle roll? I
will get you to make a second. I'm going to get intent from everyone. So Hervis, you get thrown across the thing, like slam against the stonework. You can see stars blinking. You look up blearily. You see sort of flickering candlelight and these like snarling figures all around. You could just make out your allies. Tremor's on the ground. Zamob's trying to like move around and take all of them. You feel like the warmth of like sleep trying to cloud your mind. You could feel the spear in the side just as Christ was stabbed. You could feel the blood beginning to like fill your armor. What would you like to do? Do you want to try to get back up? It could be a very bad call.
I would like to shift myself into a pose that makes it look like they had to take the sword from my cold dead hands.
I'm going to get you to roll regardless for that. Let's see if you can do it. Can you make an energetic roll, please?
I'm not saying I'm getting up and going back into it.
I know. This is you doing anything. This is you continuing to move.
Alrighty. Energetic. Huh. Nah.
You try to move around towards it and realize you probably shouldn't.
I saw the rules. You have to, in order to keep acting after you fall unconscious, you have to roll energetic and you have to roll a d20 under your hit points.
Oh,
and
cool.
I got 7.
There is a roll. That's great. I was thinking,
Yeah.
I was remembering in battle that like I want to hold one more round, like the energetic and valorous. And I was thinking something like that. So that's really cool that they have a
Yeah, no,
specific
you
one.
can, after you go conscious, you got to roll energetic, you got to roll into your hit points, and then you take 1 aggravated damage every round that you act when you
sick.
should be
That's so
unconscious.
cool.
So it's
Okay.
it's real bad, real fast, but you
Yeah.
can do it.
That's awesome. All right, that's fantastic. Yeah, you try and sort of move yourself around, but unfortunately just not enough, and darkness takes you. Okay, yeah, let's do these rolls. Let's do Dame Trium more. Actually, I kind of want to. I want Mobe to put himself in the position of getting attacked,
Yeah,
and
okay.
then we'll see if help is coming. So let's do Mobe
Let's- yeah.
first.
Let's get him cornered.
James, I think battle. I think that works for me, right?
Yeah.
It's you kind of seeing if you can get the
Otherwise,
position.
dexterity would be the other one I can think of if I'm just quick enough. But I think it's one of those two, right?
Or actually, movements are pretty common for like positioning and evading. What is your battle? I don't want to like have you roll something you got like 3 in.
I'm good. My
15.
battle is 15, and
I
my
think-
dexterity is 16.
I think then the crit on the dex, and then let's do battle. I think that's really fun. I want to see if you can position yourself here.
All right, fingers crossed. One of my character creation things was that through my father I had a legacy of battle, and it's going through. Unfortunately,
Papa Bear comes
Dad.
good. You move yourself around to you checked that other door. It was open, so they went through it, but you've closed it recently. That wasn't where they came in just now. You raced to the other one, sort of ducking a blow and positioning yourself there and stopping them. They cannot presently exit. Only 2 of them can engage you because of your position. So this pulls out to a wash where you have the same fight against the
Brilliant.
same 2, but they cannot escape just yet. So we'll
Okay.
go. You are not surprised this time, so you still have -5 penalty if you engage with both of them. You could just choose to fight one otherwise.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
First of all, I'm not sure how this works with repeated attempts. I've burnt my honor and my homage lord trying to use these passions. And I figure I can't use them again. Can I try a different passion? I'm still trying to get my sword up. From what the brief look at the rules I saw, it seems I can. It's how many passions do I have to spend on this?
Yeah, I think it's just
and each one's a round in a combat, so it's like.
Yeah, I think it's just that you can't use the same one again, right? I mean,
That is my understanding.
yeah. I could.
And also they have to be applicable. So and my answer is we are in a church. At this point, this is the holiest site. There is blood shed upon the holy ground. This has to go well. I wanted to use my loyalty church.
I like it. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, make sure I'm not cheating here.
My
because
only thought is because of the fail on the earlier one, and it's like because you're not gonna be double melancholy later. You know what I mean?
So what? Yeah. So I had a look. And
Oh no, each passion may only be used once per day to provoke a bonus. Yeah, and then it just may lead to, if you get it and you double melancholy, we'll just make you really sad about it. We'll figure it out. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, loyalty church.
Back into the woods you go.
Another fail. I'm not getting this passion through. And I really don't think that hospitality, no. Station, no. Devotion,
You can
no.
try it on the
Hating
next
dad,
round
no.
if you
Saxons, no. So I think that was my last shot at it.
Yeah, these aren't Saxons. All right,
Yeah.
we'll roll you're already in melancholy, so we'll figure it out.
So I think I have to. We're not going to get anywhere unless I try attacking at this stage. I think so. I'm going to have to attack.
Okay.
I'll take the -5 penalty, but I'll be
both?
attacking both.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, let's do it. Roll your first attack.
Okay. So first attack with a -5 comes to a success.
Okay, nicely done. They're gonna roll their own. That looks as though good chance that it's gonna be in their favor. No, that's a failure.
No.
Go ahead, James. Roll your damage, and they have no armor.
Okay, fantastic. This is my. I'm just double checking what it is. My arming sword. Boom, and no modifier for this.
No, straight roll.
All right.
Oh no, this is now rolling an attack, but the
I'm so
damage.
sorry. I
roll.
rolled the full attack. Just
All good.
act with the
All
damage.
good.
That is 16 damage.
Jeepers creepers. That is a major win for them. They do a Hervis, as it's called. They're thrown backwards.
It's catching on.
It's
No,
very
it's not.
popular.
Just
Don't
slightly in
let
our
it catch
favor.
on.
Yeah, you get under it, cut back, and they're thrown backwards just as the other lunges towards you. Can he do it again? Go ahead and roll. If you just click arming sword, it'll roll all the.
Yes,
all the
sorry, I've been
nonsense.
rolling the skill. I'm going
with
to
a -5 though.
Yes, I will. Which I did roll that for the last one. I did remember. So -5.
Yep, you did.
Oh, damn. Fail.
Damn. All right. Second one is a success.
Ooh.
Woof. Big numbers. All right. That is going
Next
to
to
be
see if I
25
stay-
damage. Yep.
stay
See
up.
if you can stay up.
I stay up. I don't reduce it by my shield, but I do reduce it by my armor, so that reduces it to 15 damage.
Is that a major wound?
Yes, my major wound is freaking 14.
That'll do it.
Damn.
All right.
By a hair.
By
I'm
a
just double
hair.
checking that my armor isn't. I didn't miscalculate. Nah, unfortunately.
All right. So you're in the same position as Sir Hervis, I believe. Knocked out.
Come on down. It's
You
great to be
can
here.
do the same thing as him. We will see. If you'd like, you can on your next turn. You can try to hold yourself up, but you are knocked down to the ground.
Shall I roll a d6 for characteristic loss?
Oh yes, thank you.
Let's do that.
Oh, yes, please.
1.
That's only if it's a major wound.
It is a major wound.
Okay.
Major wound.
And
You are
there's
gonna.
no like con to confirm the major wound or anything.
They immediately lose 1 point from the indicated
No, it's-
characteristic and should also immediately recalculate drive. Nope, it just goes straight down. So that is going to be
So
your
size?
size. That will
Was it-
reduce hit points, unconscious,
Ah.
and damage potentially. Yeah, I think now it'd be like, you walk like with a bit of a, crooked shoulder or something, bring you down just a little bit, or not letting you use your size to its full effect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn.
Love it.
Bloody Picts.
Very cool.
Worse than Saxons. You are sort of thrown back. I imagine you like leaning up against the door at this moment, beginning to slide down it, leaving like a trail of blood down the back of it. But not the last act. Dame Triamore. They're going to try and swing on you, but you can make a instrument roll. If you want, actually, so before you roll it, you could take... I don't know if this is how it works, but it feels right. You could take a -5 to the instrument, and then also a -5 to try and parry one of the attacks. Something like that.
Probably a good idea.
you wanna
'cause
try and
otherwise
do
I'm
that?
Straight up gonna die.
The other attack will go through, but you are going to take the -5 to the instrument, which means it may not land. And lastly, before you roll...
Nah, fumbled it.
Oh my god.
Never mind.
Dear me.
This is really, we're really setting ourselves up for a fantastic redemption.
Oh yeah. The
This
next
is
act is going to be
not
just
good right
terrific.
now.
Okay. Well, that sucks.
Shit do be happening.
I think I'm just gonna take away that second
ya.
defend you were gonna get, and I think unfortunately I'm just gonna hit you really hard twice.
Yeah. That sounds fine.
All right, first one.
I am already down though, so there's gonna be a negative on.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. I think that's gonna give.
There's
I don't
gonna
know
be a
if they
penalty
get
for the attack, right? Because I'm down.
They've got a spear. They just.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they get a bonus to the attack. I think is the concern.
Absolutely.
Yes, they do
Body.
because they have the height advantage. So actually, I believe they get a +5 and you get a -5. So
Yeah.
yeah, just terrific news. All right, rolling the spear. 5. That's going to be 18 damage. You can reduce that by your armor. You're already knocked down, so we don't need to worry about the knockdown. Is 13 over...
Full armor or just?
Just your
just
armor, so 10. You do not
exclusive,
get
yeah.
the shield.
And now I'm at a major wound.
It's in a single hit. Is 13 your major wound?
And a single hit? No.
Okay, all right. Then in that case, if you're still looking like acting, they're gonna stab you again.
No, but
Not out and unconscious, unfortunately.
I think I'd be. So I think I'm unconscious.
Are you? What hit points are you?
Oh
at,
no, I think
basically?
one off being unconscious.
Yeah,
Oh no,
unfortunately.
that's the worst place to be.
Yeah.
'Cause then they'll hit you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a ripper. There's no chance Sir Boris is going to come crashing in through a wall, is there?
Well, that would be what the horn would be really trying to alert.
Would have been
Unfortunately,
really awesome if that-
they've
yeah.
kind of gotten the jump and worked out of it. Here's the thing. Their objective is get the sword and get away. Problem is, people keep on trying to stop them doing that. So Mob got up and moved. I think they're going to step.
Yeah.
Do they need to leave a message? If they need to leave a message, they need to keep Trium more.
I
Tell you
don't
what,
think they're interested.
they've
in
got.
messages.
one of
I
us.
have been given
I think the
two
message is that
traits.
they took the sword.
I've been given 2 traits for them. They have Reckless 14 and Valorous 8. I'm going to roll against the opposite of Valorous, whichever one that one is.
Cowardly.
Cowardly. So if they succeed that, they will not attack you because they will just they will attack you. If they get the Valorous, they will not because they go Knights down, we don't need to kill. Cowardly is they're down, we have the opportunity, they're not defending stab. So if this succeeds, they're going to attack you.
That makes sense to me.
Which is a success. They are unfortunately dogs. They don't attack you. Oops. Need to add my +5 modifier. I hate to forget that.
You don't need to, Dave. No one's making you.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Jesus.
Well, actually, no. Please do, because otherwise that would have been a crit.
Oh shit, yeah. Okay, 25 damage minus 10 is 15, Dame Trium.
I'm out.
Are you below 0?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Okay.
That's
Definitely record the wound. Is 15 a major wound?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's also a major wound.
15. Yeah, 15 is, yeah.
I think it's still I think it's 0.
Yeah.
At 0, you will die at midnight tonight unless you get surgery.
Well, good thing it's about 2 in the morning, so that's a positive. So
It's
you've
not
got
time.
you've got a long window on it. All right, in that case, mortal wound, single blow. No, not a mortal wound. Yeah, I think you are in a very, very bad way, but there is a
Do you lose
chance.
another characteristic from another major wound?
Where did you see the midnight tonight thing, Jackson?
That's
I'm in
a good question.
injuries
I
and
just
health.
made it up. I think I saw
Oh,
it
did
in,
you? Did you actually? Or I thought it
Cinderella.
very much sounded like
Cinderella.
a.
It does.
I was giving you full
unconscious.
credit for that too. I was like, that
Near
sounds right.
death. Reaching 0 or negative hit points for any reason means you're on the verge of death. Shortly after the damage is inflicted, first aid may postpone death long enough for healing to take place. The character dies if not restored to positive hit points by midnight on the day they were wounded.
Oh, so it is the midnight night. Okay.
So you have to actually, you got to track your negative
track
hit
the
points
total.
because you actually need that many hit points
Yeah.
to get back to
Okay.
positive.
And Alex, if you can track it, but don't tell us what it is, we will see if the others can act.
Yeah.
Also, roll a d6 quickly for me for the
Yeah,
major
this is my
wounds.
first,
We'll
this is my
apply
first
that.
major wound. This is I've not had one of these before.
You're the one who knows
Damn,
first aid.
these dudes came in.
1.
Also size, so reduce your size by 1. Okay.
Which was not high to begin with, but I'm not using size that much.
Dame Triamore tries to sound the horn, but as you heft it up, it sort of reaches up for a moment into the darkness, in that highest point, but before you can raise your lips, they both stab down towards you. The first one taking the wind out and knocking you backwards, the horn clattering to the ground, and the second one, you can see this moment of hesitation, and then an opportunity not to be lost, they stab down towards you, driving the spear through your ribcage and leaving it there as they turn and race for the doorway. So Moab is stuck as well, although he takes one of them down before he is knocked back. So Moab, as Sir Hervis did, you have an opportunity to stay up here. It might not even be to fight, it might be to first aid your allies.
Yes.
So it would be
would you like me? So
If
energetic
you'd
roll?
like, yeah, it'll be an energetic roll and then a d20 under your hit points.
Okay, I'll make the energetic roll
Before you
first.
do the energetic roll,
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say
Too late,
you
it's a
can.
crit.
It's a crit. Take it. You could have tried to invoke it, but you could. So what is your hit points at? So we're gonna roll a d20 under that.
Okay, so I have 27 hit points, right?
Oh my
Wow,
God.
Huge. But then I
What?
took I took
okay. Never mind.
19 damage total. So this is after all my
You're
armor
on
reduced.
8.
The 25 damage hit got reduced by 10 to 15. The other 20 damage hit I took got reduced to 4.
Jesus.
So I have 8 hit points.
I thought you were saying you still had 27 somehow.
Oh
and
no,
I
I
was
wish.
astounded.
I wish. I have. You know what's so good though? I have applied my size negative, and even with the size negative, the one thing that didn't go down because of my glory stat boost is my unconsciousness value. Because I applied that not to size, I applied it to con. I directly.
Okay.
And I think that has, because I ate well while I was at the monastery, and that has literally saved me here. I think I come out not on my unconsciousness value. So rolling.
Oh, you're not on. You're wait. Sorry, are you not? You didn't hit unconscious. You just had the mortal wounds.
Oh, I just
which sends you unconscious. Yes, it sends you unconscious. Yeah, sorry. Do this.
But I'm not double unconscious.
So Jim, if you, it's not a skill roll. We could try a passion on this one for like add 5 to your hit points. If you want to do like loyalty companions, one of those ones
which
that's
is
a bit.
One that I didn't have. I've used everything except for, I think that maybe where I collapse to is right where the beam of light hit, and I'll go devotion deity at this point. We're in the church.
Oh, going for like a full divine intervention?
I think it's just drag people away. I'm trying to get them to safety.
Okay, give me...
You can't let this terrible thing happen in Jesus' house.
In the Lord's house. I want to kind of... Because we've had a number of like try to get the passion going and it not quite landing. You can do devotion deity here, Jim. If it fails, you're going to lose a point in it, I think. This is like it has not worked. So if you'd like to try for it though, but we'll just put some stakes on it a bit.
I'll add some stakes to it. I got devotion deity of 10. I call out, and at the last second, I remember the last person that helped me out of this was the woman in the woods. Maybe if God doesn't answer here, I start to lean more towards that side.
Hell yeah.
Call out to someone else next time. But here we go. That is a success.
That's a success. Okay, you can add 5 to this. So you're looking to roll under 13. I'm just say D20.
And with the final roll, that is a 9.
Oh, you needed it. And you
Okay.
needed it.
Yeah.
You see one of them, like, they stick you with the spear and leave you impacted on it as they race up. They try to pull up the one that you cut down, but as he sort of like stumbles and collapses, they just abandon him and go racing back through. You see where they push open the other door, they leave this like bloody handprint across it, and they go charging out into the darkness and Londinium with Clarion tucked under their arms. You're left pinned there, but you sort of like you break the shaft and pull yourself through the spear, because you'll take 1 aggravated damage as you continue to act. But you have a round where you can try and do something. So Hervis is knocked out, but Dame Triamore you can see is very gravely injured.
Wait, am I? So if I try and act, they will take an aggravated damage.
Yep. Every round. We'll do it at the end.
Yeah.
We'll do it at the end of the. We'll do it at the end of the round. So do the thing
I love it,
and then
though.
apply.
Cool,
but yeah, you will take an aggravated damage every round.
In which case, I will say that since I'm still in the throes of running around and doing this, that's I'm going to treat myself as still in combat effectively because I'm taking aggravated damage and sprinting around.
And
so
you
my
will not apply the melancholy, the double sads.
You do have -10 to all skills anyway.
Oh my god, do
I
you?
could possibly succeed a first.
Sorry, I didn't mention that.
In which case, the only thing I can do, I sprint over, I grab the horn that's
and just
fallen
try
to
to
the
blow
ground
it.
and just sound the alarm as loud as I can, like a big screaming yell.
Yeah.
What's your play instrument like?
I'm not trying to play instrument, I'm trying to
Just
make noise.
loud.
Actually, you know what?
I think
I've
trumpets aren't a
explored the thing.
super easy thing to go. I think it probably will get a... Yes?
I have an idea. I have explored this area relatively thoroughly. I'm going to go to the church bell instead. I start ringing the bell.
That's pretty
of
sick.
the cathedral.
That's it.
That's pretty
better, 'cause
sick.
you did take the time to look around.
That's
Stagger
pretty
in,
good.
start pulling it up and down, aggravated damage, and then collapse under the bell unconscious after having sounded the alarm.
I think that kicks ass.
Fantastic.
Okay, you race forward, feeling this like burning agony in your gut and grab it, and though your hands are slippery with blood, you can't get traction at first, but then it catches on the knot at the very lowest point of the rope and you fall against it and you hear this loud bong, and by the time it echoes, it's inside your mind, bong, and the third bong is your head hitting the ground as you fall asleep as well.
Wow.
Holy
That is
shit.
Well,
pretty as
it's a good
close to a
campaign.
TPK as you can get.
That
We
was
didn't know if we were gonna wake up.
really close.
We lost the sword. We are all major wounded, unconscious, lying covered in blood in the cathedral. This is
So we have
Got
to
nowhere to go but
resolve
up.
Dame Triamore now, because otherwise it's probably Alex bringing a new character in next week. So sitting on it is not helpful for anyone. So, opening it to the table, how do we want to do this? I'd love to do a roll somewhere. I don't think just like arbitrary deciding it either someone gets to you or not. What I was thinking is like I want some kind of roll for opportunity, and then we'll roll for the heal to see if it takes place.
I
Yeah.
have it. It comes down to our squires, right?
Oh,
They
yes.
are nearby enough,
That's
and
such a
they-
good roll. Yes,
they
great
hear the
call.
bell.
Whether the squires still hear us,
I think-
hear the bell and act.
Let's have all of you roll your squire skill. Anyone that succeeds, their squire can... We'll see who gets here and may have an opportunity to try and help. Because if multiple get here, then multiple can act. But yes, I think that's a
So we're just
fantastic
rolling the
call.
actual squire skill itself.
Yes, that is right.
14.
He is... I'm gambling on the boats.
Nigel!
He is. I think
Yes.
Pierre is gambling
Yeah.
canonically.
Pierre, yeah, canonically, Pierre's gambling.
Okay, two.
I'll show up.
We have two on the scene. Pierre is gambling. We got Nige. All right. How did the nightly
Filbert.
skills work again? It was. One moment. Let's get the rules.
It's for each. So, if son of an, I have a son of an esquire, which I think randomly a couple of us do.
Yeah, I've got a -1 on squire
Yeah,
skills.
I'm just getting what the base one
Which
was. I think it was
start at
based on
5,
their
sorry.
age or something. Oh, it's 5.
Base age, so that's why we rolled the 14. Then there's the specific skills start at 5.
If the game master decides the squire needs a specific skill value, assume a 5, except for horsemanship, brawling, charge, sword, and 1 non-weapon skill, which start at the squire's age -9. Okay. Does anyone want their non-weapon skill to be first aid?
I think that I've declared. Even Pierre's not here, but I've declared my non-weapon
gambling.
skill to be. Was it gaming? Is it
Gaming,
the
yeah.
technical one?
that
Gaming, yeah.
plays.
I think Nigel's a bit of a nerd, so first aid works for
I
him.
think it
Because I've got it,
applies
which
too.
makes sense because I'm the one.
Oh yeah,
who
and yours is
first
actually quite
aid.
high.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that
Or
plays.
do you want it to be steroidery just to really give you a better chance?
Nah, because I've got first aid, so it's something I could have taught him a bit
Yeah.
of.
That would be a non-nightly as well. So I think it's
Yeah.
we'll do this one. So it is gonna be. So it's Squire's current age -9. So what is your Squire's age, Dame Tremor?
14.
Okay, -9
5
to
anyway.
5. It is
It's
gonna be
5
5.
anyway.
Damn. Okay. And also
minus
because
1.
they're unfortunately a little bit of a dumb
No,
one.
wait.
It's
we've
-1.
had a year. They've all aged up one.
Oh, they've all aged up, haven't they?
I think
Well, it's
Tremor
up one.
only got hers this year though. I think yours hasn't aged yet.
Yeah, because I only got mine. Mine's
Yeah.
younger because
had old
Pierre's,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
finally
So
got
yours
knighted.
is going to be at 5 anyway. So Hervus, what age is your squire at?
Just age up to 15.
You got a pretty good squire too, right? It's just +1.
And he's the heir of a vassal knight, so he's got +1 to knightly skills.
Do
Yeah.
you want to? And so it would be
Oh,
a
it's like-
6 then, up to a 7 now on their knightly skills because they're a bit older. Or do you want to, if you want to give them a specific
Correct.
one? Okay. All right. Do you want to?
I don't think it'd be first aid. I don't. Oh man, we're a bit out of sync. I don't think it'd be first aid. That's lame.
Yep.
So I'll just roll regular first aid was at 6, I guess.
Yes. Yep. So you can each just roll. I think just if each of you want to roll your squires. That's 5 for Dame Tremor and what was it, 6 for Sir Hervus? So we got to. Go for
Yep.
him.
And this is just like first aid is a non-knightly skill, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so. I don't know if it's on that.
Right.
Either way, we'll just do it.
Just adding it just for fun. And it's not letting me add a new skill. Forget about it. Roll 1d20, and I'm looking for a 6.
Yep.
No.
I will not do it, unfortunately. All right, Dame Tremor, if you'd like to try for yours.
And I'm looking for a
5, I believe.
4.
4? Okay.
5?
Oh yeah, it is a 4 because they're first level.
No.
Oh my
Are
god.
you joking? Are you joking? That is Alex.
I think, Alex, if you'd like to take the center stage. I think Dame Tremor's
That's a
gone.
Wait, hold on. Are there rules about this? What's the rule for a first aid fumble?
Yeah, dude, that's what
I
brought
think I know what that rule
Samob
is.
down to like screw.
And it's also what killed the person that you swore to. I forgot his name.
Oh yeah, Kenrick.
Yeah.
It's very. There's some kind of
There
irony
is.
here.
There's
something. It's not. Yeah.
Tootling with the angels now.
Yeah.
Correct.
For the other two of you, you were both
I think I
unconscious.
just cough a big glot of blood into my squire's face.
Yeah.
Oh.
Keel
He
over.
tries to do something and it's just.
Nothing left.
Uh,
We'll.
That's a whoopsie, Nigel.
He really beefed at Nigel.
It's
for
not
the-
so bad. You lose 1d3 hit points.
But you
That's
only get one
already
opportunity to
dying.
first aid a wound. I think that's going to.
I mean,
I think
can
we
still
turned.
get,
Yeah.
I can still get surgery.
We brought it down to this. You guys are in watch. Like it could be a while until people find you. I think we brought it down to a couple of rolls. I think we call it rather than continuing to roll things until something happens.
She's got till midnight, Dave. She's got
Yeah.
till midnight.
Nah.
I think that's all she wrote. For the other two, are either of you in threat of? You're not having like passive things, right? It's a get this man to a doctor sort of situation, right?
From what I can see, Hervis, you're out until you get healed above your unconsciousness value.
Yeah, which is just 1. So I'm
Right.
gonna
So
wake
if
up
your
with 1 hit
first aid
point.
succeeded, which it didn't, unfortunately, you just basically need a day's rest. I think I come up as soon as someone attempts first aid on me. I'm not actually unconscious. I've just taken a really big hit, so I come good in like an hour or two, maybe.
Yep. Just quickly looking at it. So for the Dentrimor, how
To
far
a very sorry sight.
how far under dead were you? How many points under were you? Do you know, Alex?
Pretty far. 7?
Yeah, I don't think you could have gone back
7.
up. Because the first aid would have allowed you to heal your healing rate, and you can only do 1 per wound.
Yeah.
So even if they did the other one, and then Chirurgery does not heal you, and it's done over a week. So I think there would just be no opportunity for it beyond some like absolutely ludicrous intervention. The other two, you will come to with knights all around. So Moab, you've been raised up a little bit earlier. And Sir Hervis, you've been leant up against one of the sides. There are a flurry of figures in the area. There's Lord Robert, along with some of his other knights. There is, so Boris would be present at this point. There are each of your squires, having been summoned from wherever they are. Nigel is off towards one of the sides. You can see his hands like covered in blood as he's looking out and around the area. And Arthur has appeared, sweeping through the doors, looking every bit a boy of 18. You were keenly aware, Sir Hervis, that, this sword was a significant portion of his legitimacy. And with it taken, that's a devastating blow. And this rumor will spread like wildfire. Behind him, coming into the room, is another man. He's tall and hooded in a brown robe. He has a long white beard that twists into almost like wiry fibers at its furthest point, and he has a crooked branch or a walking stick. And as he comes into the room, he catches eyes first from underneath the hood, and you see what appear to be two cold and distant stars twinkling within them before he looks upwards and his full face can be seen, and he appears significantly more human, at least now. He's looking over the area with this, like, calculating gaze. And Triamore, you've interacted with him briefly.
We had
Past
a brief interaction.
tense.
He met my horse. He seemed to like my horse.
I think.
Yeah, he's the only one I'm the only one who met him.
I think Sir Hervis, yourself being recovered and lent up. So Moab, you looking over the others. I think as Arthur moves aside and tries to take some semblance of command, some sort of like order in the area, this figure, Merlin, walks to Dame Triamore, and it's only Nigel that's just nearby her, looking down at his sort of bloody hands. And Triamore, you've been laid to rest. A sheet has been draped over your body, and your horn has been set beside it, where you can still see like the blood all along it, where you tried to raise it and call for aid. And the only person that would be able to hear Merlin's concerns would be your spirit, if it has not yet departed your body. And you can tell, your spirit at least, from his whispered words, that this is not how this was supposed to go. Merlin did not see this coming. The sword was supposed to be drawn, and in a few days, many lords from all throughout the realm were supposed to swear their fealty to Arthur, and then he could lead them to Carleon and onwards through the roads of history. But something has broken, and the sword is missing, stolen by vicious Picts under the command of King Lot. And history is astray. The rudder is broken, and we are winding through mad woods to destinations unknown. And we are going to need to put a pause in the story for the session this week so that we can come back next week and understand what happens next.
Okay. I checked it. I checked your healing rate is 3 or more. And you need to get back up to positive by midnight tonight.
That was
which you
all
could
she
have
wrote.
done if you had had a critical first aid followed by a critical surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been extremely unlikely. And you know what? I'm happy to go out reputation and honor secured rather than dealing with the fallout
Of this
shit.
particular nightmare. Yeah,
So,
hell
like,
yeah.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck indeed.
Enjoy your double melancholy.
super melancholy. Well, hey, and then a companion dies. It's triple melancholy. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's really exciting.
Wow.
I can't wait. It should be really
Picts don't
fun.
mess around.
Yeah, no,
I
they
Are
do.
we
like-
screwed? Have we broken this? I assume the scenario has contingencies for ruining the timeline continuum.
Hey, we'll find out.
All right.
If I can add one last thing, I like the idea that sort of weird old Merlin is checking on all of us at some point. And in the delirium as I'm being sort of like helped out, if he strays close enough, I mutter something in the through part of it all, which is just something like, it is far less pretty than the last creature I was helped by. I think only to meaningful to him, possibly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. That's so good. Yeah, we'll definitely we'll return into this scene next week. I'll pick things up, I think, pretty close to straight away because we've got some triple melancholy to deal with, some very wounded knights, and a prophecy broken. Just have to see how that goes. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you players for playing.
Thanks all.
We will be back next week with more Pendragon as the sword tournament continues. ? Very much hope we'll see you there. Ciao.